What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, Lone Vault Wanderer, here with a Fallout 4 terminal hacking guide. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to be issuing all of you a bit of a challenge that hopefully is going to make terminal hacking in Fallout 4 for you a little bit more fun and a little bit more intense and compelling. So first and foremost, why am I making this video? A lot of you might be asking, look Lone, I've been a fan of Fallout for many years now. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know how to hack terminals in the game. And that might be the case, but the reasons why I'm making this video is twofold actually, and they're quite simple. First of all, there are a lot of new fans of Fallout that are starting off the franchise with Fallout 4, so they might not know how to hack terminals in the proper sense. And secondly, and related to that, there are still a lot of fans of the franchise that have been fans for many years now that still don't know the technical process behind hacking terminals in the game. In fact, it is a bit more nuanced than you might think if you don't know the proper process, that is, and there are a lot of niceties to it that I'm going to be showing you in this video now. So first and foremost, I want to be telling you about difficulties of terminals. This terminal right here is the easiest of the bunch. It is a novice difficulty, and if you set your intelligence to 4 out of Vault 111, you're going to be able to access and hack novice difficulty terminals. But there are of course more difficult terminals, and the best way to exemplify that is to show you the hacker perk. The hacker perk is the one that determines what level of terminal you can actually hack. So again, starting off with an intelligence of 4, you can hack novice terminals, but the next rank up is being able to access expert terminals. The one after that is advanced terminals, and then after that is master terminals. By the way, the very last rank in this perk means, and I can actually show you this, that when you actually fail all of your attempts in hacking a terminal, the terminal never gets locked out for you. So that's just a bit of information for all of you guys. So this terminal I can access, so I'm going to enter it right now. And not only is there that difficulty aspect of terminals, but depending on the difficulty of the terminal will also depend on the length and the number of characters in the passwords you have to guess when you're hacking a terminal. So because this is a novice terminal, it means that there are five characters in each of the passwords that I need to guess. And effectively the entire intention of this is to select one of these passwords, and that's going to be the correct password to enter the terminal. So you need to determine which one is which. Now here it indicates to you that you only have 4 attempts, so I can't just keep clicking on all of these and eventually I'll get it. Of course, there are more than 4 phrases or words down here, so I do need to be selective of which passwords I actually select, for lack of a better term. So how do we start this process? Typically what I do, I'll just pick any random word. And hopefully this word is not the correct password, because it's going to defeat the purpose of this video entirely. So I'll select this. There we go. It's going to make me prove my point. So what it says here is a likeness of 1. Now every time you select a password that is not the correct password, mind you, you're going to get a likeness rating. And what this means is that this word that I selected has a likeness of 1. So one of these letters here are the correct letter. Now, to draw the point home a little bit more, one of these correct passwords shares a letter with this word that I've selected. Now, if the likeness was 2, then 2 of these letters would be consistent with the correct password. And before I actually select another password, I'm going to be showing you the more nuanced aspects that I alluded to before. So when you're hacking terminals, you need to keep in mind of, and hopefully I can find an example here, and if not, I really hope this doesn't defeat the purpose of this video. Come on, where is it? Nah, there we go, found it. Alright, you'll see here that these 2 brackets actually highlight. And why are they highlighting? You'll find that with brackets such as these, and brackets such as these, I know they're different names, they're parentheses or whatever, and then brackets such as these, here's another example, right there. On the same line, if there is an opening bracket and then a closing bracket of the same kind, like here, you've got the rounded one here, like here, you've got this one here, I don't know what the technical name of that is. You'll find that when you hover over that, either the first one, no, it has to be the first one, the entirety of that will light up, and you can actually select that. So what happens when I select that? It removes a dud. And what is a dud? It was one of these phrases that was here that was actually not the correct password. So now it's removed that for me. And you can also, when you select one of these things, there's also a chance that your attempt allowance is actually completely replenished. So that's the difficult thing with actually selecting these after the first attempt, because if I select this, for example, another dud is removed, but if that replenished my entire allowance here, that means I would have only got one back. So if you wanted to be really, I guess, shifty with it, you would wait until you had one attempt and then look for those things, so in case you got an attempt replenishment, you would get another 3 attempts effectively. But what you want to be doing, at least after you have a couple of attempts, is just search through here. You can also search for the brackets, but see if there are any more examples of those, the opening and the closed brackets of the same kind, because that's going to help you remove duds, and again, that's going to allow you to get some replenishments. And I don't believe, oh, did I go? Oh, there's another one here. There you go. So I'm going to select this. Another dud removed. So you want to keep doing that until as many duds are removed in the terminal as possible. So I don't believe there are, oh, there's 3 in the same one. Brilliant. And there you go, tries reset, so that's given me an extra 1. If I had just one attempt and selected that, it would have given me 3 back. Essentially, it means that your attempts remaining goes back to 4. So whatever that is, it's going to be most effective for you. So I think I've selected most of them, if not all. There's another one there, and another dud is removed. So you'll find a number of those instances, and that's going to only help you narrow down which is the correct password. So now let's go back to this. We've selected enough of those. We know that one of these words are correct. One of these letters, rather, are correct. But it's very hard to determine which one is which until you get a likeness of at least 2 or more. So let's select another one that at least has a letter consistent with warns. So what could be one of those examples? Well, let's take a look at tries. Tries has an S here. Warns has an S at the last as well. So that could be the consistent letter. So let's try that. Likeness of 1 as well. So that's not really helping us out either. So let's select another one. Maybe that one has a letter consistent with tries. That could be... It could be front. Front has an R here. But remember, warns also had a letter that was consistent as well. W-A-R-N-S. Warns could have been, the N could have been the consistent letter. So let's select front. And there you go. You've unlocked the terminal. So it's a really vague and quick explanation of how terminals actually work in the game. But you'll see what I mean. There are words that you have to guess, and there is a likeness rating. Whenever you get a certain likeness rating, you know that the word that you've just selected has a letter in the right spot that is consistent with the correct password. And then when you get a likeness rating of 2, there are 2 that are consistent, and that goes on and on and on. So hopefully, I know I've been a bit blabbery in this video. I've actually explained thoroughly the correct way of hacking terminals in the game. And here comes the challenge. Why am I moving so... Oh. There we go. Here comes the challenge that I want to issue to all of you. I don't want you, in your playthrough of Fallout 4, to enter a terminal, have a bunch of guesses, and then when you have one attempt left, back out and then enter it in again, because that will reset your attempts. Of course, it'll change the password and all of the phrases here, but effectively, you can keep doing that until you get the correct password. It's not fun in my opinion. The challenge is, using the information I've provided you in this video, when you hack terminals in Fallout 4, never do that cheap tactic that I told you before. As soon as you enter the terminal, make that your only attempt. And if you get locked out, you get locked out. And you can't access that terminal. That's the challenge I issue to you. And I think that's actually going to help you learn the process of hacking terminals a little bit more effectively. And it's going to make it a bit more fun, in my opinion anyway. So anyways, Waysanders, that is all from me. This has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself. And as always, keep fighting the good fight.